Hi, my name is Cinti Gutierrez. I am a student of Design of Experiments here at Tecnológico de Monterrey, and today I'm going to talk about a biomaterials experiment that we ran in 2014 at Sao Paulo University, Brazil. The problem to solve related to the wettability of biomaterials, the surface modification methods, and influential variables of acidic attack. The purpose of screening to understand the relevance of variables to produce a smaller contact angle in the design of experiments, result, and further outcomes. The first thing you want to know about biomaterials is that their mechanical properties are highly related to their lifespan inside a body. Because of this, a titanium alloy was developed at the University of Sao Paulo, which has a mechanical modulus close to the bone. With that solved, the next important thing is to improve the interaction with the body. A wettability study can serve to measure the fluid's attraction to the surface. An acidic attack can be selected as a surface modification methodology because it's easier and cheaper than others. We aim for a small contact angle, which can be related to the surface cell adhesion. Hence, our purpose is to do a screening of the important variables to understand the order of relevance. The numerical variables to control the experiment are temperature of heat treatment, which is related to the crystalline structure, acidic concentration related to reactivity, that is the electron attraction to destroy the chemical bonds of the alloy, and exposure time to the acid, which is related to the corrosion. It is important to mention that the zones with higher interaction with the acid and hence susceptibility to be destroyed are the edges of the grain in the crystalline structure. This is a design of experiments with the three variables in three different levels, passing through the heat treatment theoretical temperature of crystalline reconstruction of the alloy and approximately 60% of the concentration and 40 seconds of time to exposure. If we run the full factorial experiment with the three variables in three different levels, the numerical combinations will be 27. But this could be expensive and require a lot of time, so we decided to reduce it to 9 with the application of the Taguchi method. This method helps us to sweep in a similar way that the third level screening configuration of the fractional factorial designs. And we selected those levels because we didn't know if the experiment behaves linear or not linear. So we passed from the heat treatment where no crystalline structure was generated, the theoretical transition temperature as the center point, and then a higher to have three different structures. If we have a combination of concentration with 60% in the center point and exposure time to the acid to see which of it is of greater importance in the corrosion of the material, we can have the next results of heat treatment and concentration. There is a possibility that the acid concentration and exposure time may covariate. Another important aspect to consider as possible disturbance is the fact that the titanium surface oxidizes, and it can influence in the chemical interaction with the drop of water and wettability. The result of linear regression to produce a model showed that the most relevant factor is the interaction between heat treatment, temperature, and time of exposure to the acid, then the concentration and the heat treatment. This may suggest that the time of exposure could be fixed and then the next experiment to be run can be around the two other variables of heat treatment temperature and concentration. If we look at the contour plot, we can see that we have the better results of a lower contact angle in the case of a higher temperature of the heat treatment and the higher concentration. So with this information, we suggest to run a cell growth experiment in two conditions. The first is in the higher concentration and the highest temperature of the heat treatment, and the second is the higher concentration and the middle point of the heat treatment. Yeah, to compare again, also to compare against other modification surface methods, chase clients, and produce the prosthetic elements with this alloy. Those are the references, and thank you very much. One thing I would like to say is that I'm very grateful with our teacher Marcia for the things that she showed us during the class. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video.